Is there an answer E, all of the above? I think if you zoom out, it depends on the timeline. And really, what do you mean when you talk about AI? AI itself isn't really that new. We've been using machine learning and advanced deep learning for a long time, even in F5's products, going back to 2005, 2007. The current hype cycle really is all about generative AI, and that really is different. And that really is new. And that's what we're really talking about for the most part. We have clients in defense and other industries that have been using machine learning and deep learning in their war fighting and banking for 30 or 40 years. Right? So AI itself isn't new. What's so new now is the generative AI and the ability to create and generate new content and really pass the Turing test and become extraordinarily convincing with how things work, as well as build expert systems and things that sift through enormous amounts of data to give you insights you couldn't do manually before. This is the new stuff. This is part hype. Like, there's a certain amount of this at any conference, whether it's this one or RSA or any of the others, where you have to listen to the startups and vendors talk about getting their AI-powered elevator and drink your AI-powered coffee. There's definitely a hype cycle to this, but there's also real business benefit, and there's also real risk. These models are amazing at what they do well. They tend not to be very resilient. They tend to stumble easily with unexpected consequences. And the issues that we have from a supply chain perspective, from a complexity and interconnectivity perspective, we all lived through a big disruption a couple of weeks ago, and the fact is, that was just an accident. There was no malicious intent to that. As we really get into the phase now where agentic AI is broadly available and even open source, now we're not just talking about AI models that do research for you or AI models that can sift through a lot of data for you. Now we're talking about AI models that do stuff for you as agents. And that changes the attack surface and the impact of the loss of control of one of those models or the poisoning of one of those models in ways that businesses have never experienced before. So understanding how these types of attacks work and how to secure against them, as well as detect and monitor when you have bad attackers coming at you through signals intelligence, for example, or denial of service issues, or data exfil, any number of these types of attacks. It's critically important that defenders understand the attack surface and they have the telemetry ready when these things go live, so that the first indicator of a potential breach condition or a problem isn't a denial of service issue or a service outage. Right? If the issue from a couple of weeks ago had been malicious, we wouldn't know anything about it, but if it didn't impact service. That's not a great first indicator of a problem, is when a system goes down.